Hello, what's up on YouTube and on Instagram? It's Dr. Dion Napier with Amplify Vocal Studio. Welcome in, welcome in. For those of you all who may be new to my channel, I am an 11-year university trained professional classical singer turned commercial style voice coach. And I help professional opera singers and bel canto voice teachers learn how to sing contemporary music without sounding operatic. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a notification while I was giving y'all my tagline, so I kind of stuttered. But yeah, so welcome. So, y'all, we're not singing today. I want to come and talk to you all and hopefully bring a little hope. I want to talk about 4 reasons why you may be stuck on the should be hamster wheel. What should be? Okay, and this has come up in my studio more than a few times recently, and I did an email about this, and I wanted to share it live to just elaborate and take questions, and again, just to infuse your heart with hope. Okay, so again, my audience is professional classical singers, bel canto voice teachers, typically females, but not always, but typically ladies. You have been out of academia. You were either a voice performance major, you've got at minimum a master's degree, you did vocal performance, or you've done choral training or something like that. You're wanting to transition your voice to get a more modern, contemporary sound. And as you're doing that, sometimes you hit these roadblocks as you're trying to get more control over your voice, trying to make these sounds and understand these commercial concepts. And it can feel defeating sometimes. And it can also it can have you in your mind to go back to, I should be able to do this. Why am I not further along? All these should be's, okay? So I want to talk to you guys about how do we get off of that hamster wheel? Okay, welcome everybody on Instagram. I just want to wave and acknowledge you guys that are here with me live. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so here's the first reason why you're stuck on the what should be hamster wheel. Number one, and I'm looking at my notes. Number one is because of opera industry expectations and norms. Okay, so the classical voice world said you were too old to pursue a singing career once you hit your mid-20s or early 30s. So your reality didn't align with that norm, and now you doubt if your pursuit is still worth it. So at the root of this, can y'all relate? Y'all can give me some hearts, even if you catching the replay. Give me some hearts or give me some type of communication if you can relate to that. Here's the thing you got to know. Subconsciously, the industry's voice is still speaking to you and is suffocating your confidence. Okay, so you are still hearing that voice. You are still in agreement with that. Well, I didn't get to XYZ goal. I was not a professional opera singer before I aged out. And so now is it still worth it to pursue? Right? So you have got to break agreement with the voice of the opera industry. And you have to know that there are multiple roads to the goal that you want to achieve. And furthermore, let's reestablish goals like for where you are now. Are you still trying to pursue a young artist? I mean, what do you want right now? The first thing you got to do is get clear on what you want. And once you get clear, you have to find the different paths there are to accomplish that goal. There's more than one way to skin a cat. And I know our academic programs and our university systems and the opera industry, they kind of steer us on one track. You know, you go to school to be a professional opera singer, and if you don't hit that, you're a failure. That's not true. Okay, so we got to break up with the opera industry's voice, get that voice out of our ear, get clear on our goal, and then research and find the different ways to make it happen. Okay, essentially, I saw somebody put a comment. Okay, I'm not singing today, so you can DM me. We're not talking about singing today. I'm not singing today. I am talking about singing, but I'm specifically talking to classical singers to help them with mindset. We're doing mindset today. Okay, so can you help me use chest voice? I sing pretty much every note in falsetto. Okay, Shams, I think the son, you can DM me and we can talk about that in the chat. But today we're talking about mindset stuff for classical singers and bel canto voice teachers. So the second reason why you're getting stuck on the should be hamster wheel. No, I don't want to end this call. Sorry. The second reason is because you have a desire for control. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. You want to be in control. So here's the information behind that. You want to control your process of transitioning from classical to commercial and the timing of its outcomes. Why do you want control over that? Because you already feel behind, but you can't control it. And it feels like a loss of control over something that is very personal to you. So our voice development, our singing, it is very personal. We are our instrument, right? And so in your mind, because you feel behind, you want to speed it up. So as you're doing, trying to get these commercial skills, your mind is telling you, you have a master's degree in singing. You have a doctorate degree in singing. You went to university all these years. Why can't you just get it? What's up? What's going on? You see what I'm saying? And so sometimes the response can be, you just kind of bear down and try to push it and try to make something happen. And then you get more and more frustrated. I don't care how gifted you are. I don't care how many degrees you have. Like, you still have to submit to this process. There is still a process. You can't buck the system. And also too, just because you were a master in this type of singing doesn't automatically mean you're just going to catch on to this other type of singing and be able to take off. No, you got to retrain those muscles. There's mindset reconditioning that has to happen, and you can't skip that. Okay, so that's reason number two. You're stuck on the should be hamster wheel is because you desire control and you have to submit to the process. Okay, the third reason, and I only have four, the third reason that you're stuck on the what should be hamster wheel is because of comparison. And I know a lot of coaches talk about comparison. Y'all probably hear about that a lot. I'm going to give you my perspective on it. So here's what happens. You see your former colleagues or people on TV shows or on social media doing the thing that you want to be doing, and you feel like your life should have met a similar benchmark. Ouch, right? Can any of y'all relate to that? Give me some hearts or give me some comments or something, okay? You feel like you should have hit a similar benchmark. You did the same. I know I used to feel like that. I'm like, God, what is going on? I went through this master's program at CCM like all these other singers. I dotted all the I's, crossed all the T's. I got A's in my, coursework and stuff. I'm auditioning, I'm doing. Why are no doors opening? But I'm seeing other people that I sat in class with, like, running through doors, multiple doors. Do you know what I mean? So you can feel like your life should have hit a similar benchmark, but it didn't. And this can feel like grief within your soul. Okay. So this is an open door for comparison. And when you go down that path, you can get in a really dark place. So here is how I deal with comparison. I train my singers and even myself. You have to get clear on your identity at the core and what you were born for. So I like to say you got to get clear on who you are and what you were born for. Your purpose. Why do you exist? What's the bigger picture and the bigger mission behind you and why God sent you in the planet? When you get clarity around that, you will not fall victim to comparison because you will be able to see yourself and others from a zoomed out, panned out perspective. That's not so zoomed in to just me, my voice, and the one little goal I want to do to sing professionally. No, your life is bigger than that. God is giving you more skills than just singing opera. He's giving you more abilities. He's giving you more desires. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing that up just to expand your mind so you can see I'm not just a singer. I'm more than that. Do you know what I mean? So that is a way that can help you to combat that natural tendency to lean into comparison, is to get clear around who you are and the bigger picture and bigger purpose of your life. And that is exactly what I help my singers do inside of my Mixed Belt Accelerator program, which I'll talk about later. I'm not just teaching y'all how to get a commercial sound. I know y'all want that and you need that because the industry is demanding that you have that. So I definitely give you that. But in addition to that, I equip you with some of these spiritual principles and some of this mental rewiring. So as you are transitioning into this commercial voice production and transitioning into really a new field of music and musicianship, that you got the right mindset to sustain you as you move along into that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Thank you for the hearts over here. Somebody's tracking with me, is making sense. Hello from Germany, welcome. Okay, and so this is the last reason why you can struggle with what should be, being on the should be hamster wheel. That's what I call it. Number 4 is fear of change. You typically fear failure, but fear of success exists too. Okay, so accepting your reality means acknowledging change, which is uncomfortable. So, classical singers, we got to get used to change management. You know, in our university and in our academic structure and in our classical voice training, a lot of things are very systematic, predictable. Even the classical music itself, do you know what I mean? It's largely formulas. There's not a lot of room for improv and free flow and spontaneity. Do you know what I mean? You know what to expect. You know what's coming next. But when you transition into this commercial style singing, you gotta be okay with going into what feels uncomfortable and the unknown. You gotta go there. If you're afraid of that change, you will never experience what all your voice can do, and you will never really be able to fully experience the fulfillment that God put you on earth for. You won't. So you can't be afraid of change. So rehearsing what should be sometimes feels safe, it feels familiar and less threatening. You know what I mean? So again, you're essentially just backing off. You're really punking out. You just, instead of pushing forward into that unknown and that change, and I'm going to let my voice crack, I'm going to let my voice sound whatever, and I'm going to just push past it until I get that sound that I hear in my head. And instead of that, you just keep reliving what should be. You keep complaining about what academia didn't do. You keep talking about, well, I should be. No, that's a cop out. Okay, maybe it should be, but it ain't. So what are you going to do moving forward? Okay, so those are the 4 reasons why. I'm going to repeat them, then I'm going to give you how to get off this hamster wheel. The first reason is because the opera industry expectations and norms. The second reason is because of your desire for control. The third reason is because of comparison. And the fourth reason is fear of change. That's what keeps y'all on that should be hamster wheel. So what do? Here's how you get off, okay? The first way you get off, you got to forgive whomever you need to forgive, including yourself. You got to forgive your voice teachers if they were abusive, if they did not equip you fully with all the tools. And most of our classical voice teachers didn't. Most of them could not, because they can't give you what they ain't got. They can't give you what they don't know. So you have to forgive them, and you have to forgive yourself. You have to. Okay, well, you ain't got to. You got a choice. But if you want to move forward and build this commercial voice technique and style and really advance past being stuck in the classical box, you have to forgive. Okay. The second thing you got to do is accept the truth that what should be in your mind, what should be, is not. Period. Maybe it should be, but the truth is, it's not. So now you have a decision to make. How are you going to move forward with your current reality? Okay, so you got to embrace that reality, and that's not always easy. And don't feel bad about that. Take your time. If you need to process, if you need to grieve, if you need to realign some thinking, if you need to get a fresh vision, do all of that. Whatever you need to do to not get back on this hamster wheel, that's the kind of work that you need to do. Okay, you need to commit to doing. And the third thing you need to do to get off the should be hamster wheel, you need to run hard toward a deeply fulfilling future that you can absolutely help craft according to your divine purpose in this earth. So again, you need to get clear on who you are, what you were born for, and you need to run hard and relentlessly after that. And don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing from your past stop you. What somebody didn't do, what somebody did do, not knowing, whatever. Do what you need to do. Make the necessary connections. Do the research. Ask for help. Don't be embarrassed about asking for help, especially you voice teachers. Okay, we can be so intelligent and so degreed and all the science and all of that, and it's fantastic, but a lot of times that can build up a wall of pride. And if you will just let the pride down, let your identity not be intermingled with your works and how much you know about the voice and how much you can do, but just come humbly and say, this is an area I don't know what's going here. I need somebody to teach me. And just humble yourself and ask for help. That's liberating right there. Okay. So voice teachers, don't be embarrassed by what you don't know. I don't even know why I got into that. Oh my God. But yeah, that's it. That's how you get off the hamster wheel. That must have been for somebody. So I hope that's helpful. But that's how you get off the hamster wheel. And my last comment is, it's not too late for you. Okay. So don't buy into that lie that you too old and all of that. What I like to do, if I start having those thoughts, and even my students, I'll tell them, you need to go on YouTube and look up testimonials of famous people or celebrities or people who have excelled highly in their field. Go read their backstory. It's easy to look at a person that's a high top performer and assume like, oh, they're just super talented. Oh, they just got the goods and I don't. It's easy to assume that. But go back and look at their journey. Look at their pathway to get there. You'll learn a lot and you'll start to see some patterns, and it will help you to push forward in your own progress or your own process. Okay. So it's not too late for you. Dreams don't expire. Run and don't look back. This was an email. I'm just reading it to y'all as I'm elaborating on it. But that's the encouragement that I gave my email list, and I want to give it to y'all today too. Okay. So I am talking primarily again to classical singers, professional level opera singers, and bel canto voice teachers. If you want to run and not look back, but you don't want to run by yourself, you can DM me the word belt. I will be happy to talk to you about enrolling in my Mixed Belt Accelerator program. I designed and curated this online experience exclusively for you guys, because I haven't found another one online that's being taught and hosted by a classical singer exclusively for classical singers and bel canto voice teachers. Okay. So inside that accelerator, there is a whole process to transition your voice from exclusively singing and teaching classical to getting you into this commercial music realm, how to teach your CCM students without wasting time. Of course, exercises, that's always going to be there in their mindset, spiritual detox, coming out of academic environments, shifting that mind, getting your vision clear about yourself. I mean, it's the full works, okay? And I would love to have you in there if it sounds like it's something for you. So just DM me the word belt and we can talk more about it. Any questions? I hope this made sense. Somebody said thank you. You are welcome. I hope this made sense. Replay watchers, you know I love you guys. You can drop your comments in the chat or questions, or DM the word belt. I'm going back to see if anybody had questions. Anybody on YouTube, any questions, anything? Somebody said this is valid. I'm glad it's connecting. Yeah, we experience this stuff post-grad, you know. And so I want to deal with it. I don't want to just sit on it. Okay, I just see a lot of thank you. Okay, all right. Well, if you have anything, if I can help you, just shoot me a DM. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.